Hello students, today we will discuss a lesson from your book Moments, and the title of the lesson is Weathering the Storm in Ersama. Okay, first of all let us discuss the title. Weathering. Weathering means come safely through dangerous or difficult situation. And storm here is a cyclone which hit Odisha in October 1999. The cyclone hit in Ersama. Ersama is a small town in Orissa. Okay. And cyclone means whenever there is storm in water, the water comes on the land, and that time it is called cyclone. And that cyclone hit Odisha in 1999, which killed thousands of people. Okay, and this story revolves around a man, Prashant. He was a young man who was caught in the storm, and how he came out safely through that difficult situation we will see in that story. Now Orissa is presently known as Odisha. This is a coastal state and it lies on the coast of Bay of Bengal. So let us begin with the lesson. On 27th October 1999, 7 years after his mother's death, Prashant had gone to the block headquarters of Ersama, a small town in coastal Orissa, some 18 kilometers from his village, to spend the day with a friend. Now this is a story of Prashant. And Prashant once, on 27th October 1999, after the death of his mother, 7 years after his mother's death, he went to the block headquarters of Ersama. And as I told you, Ersama is a small town in coastal Orissa, and it was 18 kilometers away from his village. And why he went there? To spend the day with a friend. He went to the block headquarters of Ersama. Now every state has districts, and every district has block. Fine. And Ersama was the block headquarter. In the evening, a dark and menacing storm quickly gathered. Menacing means dangerous and harmful. And in the evening time, a very dangerous and harmful storm gathered there. Winds beat against the houses with a speed and fury that Prashant had never witnessed before. Fury means extreme strength. In the evening, as there was storm, at that time the winds beat against the houses with a great speed, with a great strength. That speed, that storm, that Prashant had never seen. Heavy and incessant rain filled the darkness. Ancient trees were uprooted and crashed to the earth. Incessant means unceasing or continuous, and heavy and continuous rain. The rain was falling very heavily and it was continuously falling. It filled the darkness. Ancient or old trees were uprooted and crashed to the earth. Means all the old trees were uprooted and they fell on the earth. Screams rent the air as people and houses were swiftly washed away. Rent means filled. Means there were screams, the people were shouting, and that shouting sound filled the air. Okay, because the houses of the people, they were very fastly washing away. The angry waters swirled into his friend's house neck deep. Swirled means moved or flowed along with a whirling motion. The angry water, the water is here called angry because it was flowing very fastly. The angry water, it moved into his friend's house neck deep. Neck deep means the water was filled up to your neck. The building was of brick and mortar and was strong enough to survive the devastation of the wind's velocity of 350 kilometers per hour. Mortar means that is a mixture of lime, cement, sand and water used to construct buildings. Now the house of the Prashant's friend was a pakka house as it was made up of brick and mortar. Means mortar is a paste, you can say, to attach the bricks to make a house. Okay, and it was strong enough to survive the devastation of the wind's velocity of 350 kilometers per hour, and it could tolerate the wind's velocity of 350 kilometers per hour because it was a pakka and strong house. But the cold terror of the family grew with the crashing of trees that had got uprooted and fallen on their house sometime in the middle of the night, damaging its roof and walls. Cold terror means extreme fright. Now the family was extremely frightened because of the crashing of trees. Their house was standing still as it was a strong and pakka house, but the roofs and the walls were damaged because of the trees. The trees were uprooted and fallen on their house in the middle of the night, and it frightened the family. The crazed destruction wrought by the cyclone and the surge of the ocean continued for the next 36 hours, although wind speeds had reduced somewhat by the next morning. Crazed means maddening, means which makes mad to someone, and wrought means produced as a result of something, and surge means force. Means the maddening destruction produced by the cyclone and the force of the ocean continued for next 36 hours, although wind speeds had reduced somewhat by the next morning. That destruction, that storm continued for 36 hours, but the speed of the wind, it was reduced by the next morning. To escape the waters rising in the house, Prashant and his friend's family had taken refuge on the roof. Refuge means shelter, to take shelter. To escape from the waters that was rising in the house continuously, Prashant and the family of his friend, they took shelter on the roof. Prashant will never forget the shock he experienced at his first glimpse of the devastation wrought by the super cyclone in the grey light of the early morning. Prashant was never going to forget that shock he experienced at his first glimpse. Glimpse means sight. Sight of the devastation. Devastation means destruction, which was brought by the super cyclone. Super cyclone means the speed of the wind. When the speed of the wind is very high, then it becomes super cyclone, and it was very destructive, and he could never forget that experience of the destruction of super cyclone in that village in his friend's house in the grey light of the early morning. When he got up in the morning, when he saw the scene around him, he was never going to forget that scene. A raging, deadly brown sheet of water covered everything as far as the eye could see. Only fractured cement houses stood still in a few places. Bloated animal carcasses and human corpses floated in every direction. Fractured houses means broken houses, and bloated means swollen. Carcasses means dead bodies of animals. Human corpses means dead bodies of human beings. Here the writer is explaining or defining the scene seen by Prashant in the morning. What could Prashant see all around him? He could just see water, brown sheet of water around him, as far as the eye could see. Now why the water was brown there? Because the soil from the earth was mixed up with that water, that's why it made the water brown. And broken cement houses were, few broken houses were still stood in the water, and blotted animal carcasses and human corpses floated in every direction, and dead bodies of animals and human beings, they were floating in the water in every direction. All round, even huge old trees had fallen. 2 coconut trees had fallen on the roof of their house. This was a blessing in disguise. because the tender coconuts from the trees kept the trapped family from starving in the several days that followed. Now, two coconut trees had fallen on the roof of their house, and because of that, the roof and walls were damaged of his friend's house. But whatever they thinking about the trees, that it was a misfortune for them, but actually it was a blessing. It proved as a blessing in the disguise. How? That the soft, tender means soft or raw, tender coconuts from the trees, they kept the trapped family survived in the difficult time, means they ate the coconuts from that tree, which saved them from starving. Blessing in disguise means an apparent misfortune that eventually has good results. Means first so they thought that the trees had were a big misfortune to them, but ultimately they proved as good results. They brought good results for them. For the next 2 days, Prashant sat huddled with his friend's family in the open on the rooftop. Huddled means together in a group. For next 2 days, Prashant kept sitting with the family, friend's family, in the open area on the rooftop. Why they were sitting together? Because they all were so scared. They froze in the cold and incessant rain. Incessant means continuous rain. They were freezing in the cold and continuous rain, but there was no other way actually. Where could they go at that time? The rainwater washed away Prashant's tears. What does it mean? That Prashant was crying because of that destruction, to see that destruction, but his tears were not visible. They were mixed up, they were washed away with the rainwater. The only thought that flashed through his mind was whether his family had survived the fury of the super cyclone. Was he to be bereaved once again? Flashed through his mind means came to his mind, and bereaved means to have lost a family member or a friend to death. Now the only thought which was coming to his mind, it was about his own family, that whether his own family was survived in that fury of the super cyclone or not. Was he be bereaved? Means as Prashant's mother was died 7 years before, now he was thinking that again he would have to be tolerate that pain of loss of any family member. 2 days later, which seemed to Prashant like 2 years. Now, 2 days were seeming to Prashant as 2 years, because it was very difficult to pass time there, because he was continuously thinking about his own family. The rain ceased and the rain water slowly began to recede. Rain ceased. Ceased means stopped, and recede means reduce. Now the rain was stopped and the rain water was slowly began to reduce. Prashant was determined to seek out his family. To seek out means to find out. Now he was very determined to find out his family without further delay. Now he did not want to do any delay. He wanted to search his family. But the situation was still dangerous, and the friend's family pleaded. Pleaded means requested. Now the family of his friend requested Prashant to stay back a little while longer. They requested him to wait for some more time, but Prashant knew he had to go. He equipped himself with a long sturdy stick and then started on his 18 kilometers expedition. Expedition means journey. Back to his village through the swollen flood waters. It was a journey he would never forget. He constantly had to use his stick to locate the road, to determine where the water was most shallow. Now Prashant took a long and thick stick in his hand and he started. As his village was 18 kilometers from that village, from Irsama, he started his journey on foot and through the flood water by holding a stick in his hand. And it was a journey he would never forget. he constantly had to use his stick. He had to use his stick to locate the road, okay, and to determine where the water was most shallow. Shallow means not deep. He was locating the road with the help of stick, and where the water was not very deep, he was taking help of the stick. At places it was waist deep and progress was slow. At some places the water was up to the waist. Okay, at several points he lost the road and had to swim. At several places the water was very deep and he lost the road also, that's why he had to swim. After some distance he was relieved. Now after some time he was relaxed to find two friends of his uncle who were also returning to their village. He was very relaxed to see two friends of his uncle, and they decided to move ahead together. Now all three decided to move ahead together. As they waded through the waters, the scenes they witnessed grew more and more macabre. Macabre means horrible and waded means swam. As they were moving ahead, they were swimming through the water, the scenes were becoming more horrible. How? They had to push away many human bodies, men, women, children, and carcasses of dogs, goats, and cattle that the current swept against them as they moved ahead. The water was filled with the dead bodies of men, women, children, and dogs, goats, and cattle, and they had to push the bodies away to move ahead. In every village that they passed, they could barely see a house standing. Prashant now wept out loud and long. He was sure that his family could not have survived his catastrophe. Catastrophe means disaster. Now, through every village when they were passing, they could hardly see a house standing. And Prashant was now crying out loudly, and he was sure. Why he was crying? Because he was sure that his family could not have survived through this disaster. It was seeming impossible to Prashant that his family is surviving. Eventually, Prashant reached his village, Kalikuda. His heart went cold. Where their home once stood, there were only remnants of its roof. Some of their belongings were caught, mangled, and twisted in the branches of trees just visible above the dark waters. Young Prashant decided to go to the Red Cross shelter to look for his family. Remnants means small remaining quantities. As soon as Prashant reached his village Kalikuda, his heart went cold, means he was so scared to see the scene. Where there was his house once, there were only remnants of its roof. Small remaining parts of the roof were left. And all the belongings and other things of the house, they were just floating on the water, and they were just twisted in the branches of the tree. He was very terrified to see that scene, and at that time young Prashant decided to go to the Red Cross shelter to search for his family. So that's all about the first part of the lesson, Weathering the Storm in Ersama. In next video we will discuss the second part of the same chapter. Thank you so much.